butchery, sadism, murder.
A wave of depraved and corrupt horror video.
Confusing fiction with reality.
Prano Bailey Bond's feature film directorial debut Censor centers around actual events that took place in the UK during the 1980s, known as the Video Nasties scare. The term Video Nasties refers to a number of low-budget horror and exploitation films that were distributed via videocassette and highly criticized for the depictions of violent and disturbing content. They led to new censorship laws and plenty of outrage throughout the UK, while several major studio productions were even banned altogether. That's where Censor's main character, Enid, played by Niamh Algar, comes in, as her job is to watch uncut films so that she can censor scenes that she feels are too vulgar, violent, or grotesque for the general public. In her mind, Enid is a protector of the people, making sure viewers aren't exposed to some of the most obscene films ever made. However, one of these films with a particularly brutal scene somehow slipped through her fingers and leads to a copycat slang in real life. The film, titled Deranged, is an actual horror movie from 1974 about a serial killer necrophiliac. It had to be highly edited just to receive an R rating from the Motion Picture Association of America. While dealing with the press hounding her for answers as to why she greenlit such a graphic scene, Enid is also struggling with her parents' decision to finally sign a death certificate for her sister, who has been missing and presumed dead for many years now. Her trauma is only exasperated when she comes across an exploitation film by an eccentric and obscure director that seems eerily reminiscent of the incident that led to her sister's disappearance. To top it off, the actress that appears in the film looks similar to what her sister would look like now. Enid's mental state declines as she sets out to find this director and figure out how he tapped into her hazy memories and what he's done with her sister. Along the way, something one of her co-workers says seems to hint to the audience what is really going on behind the curtains. You'd be surprised what the human brain could edit out when it can't handle the truth, he tells Enid, who seems a bit taken aback by this epiphany. As the truth behind what apparently happened to Enid's sister starts to unravel, so does Enid's state of mind, and we're left to determine what is real and what isn't. Bailey Bond ends the film in a way that reminded me of how Rose Glass's Saint Maud comes to a close, and that Enid's sense of reality severely differs from ours, the audience. Algar gives a fantastic performance with her take on Enid, bringing some real depth to her character, although the real standout here is Welsh director Prano Bailey Bond. She not only helmed Censor but co-penned the script as well with Anthony Fletcher, which is especially impressive because this is her first feature film. Prior to Censor, Bailey Bond had directed music videos and short films, gaining expertise that she would eventually expand upon in Censor, alongside inspiration from filmmakers like David Lynch, Douglas Sirk, and Quentin Tarantino. I loved dark worlds, dark minds, characters who were slightly repressed, but not just in one genre, she told Variety magazine earlier this year. This certainly comes out in Censor, and especially in Enid, who comes off as somewhat subdued at first before her truth disentangles and she must confront her own demons. But it's not just the exploration of Enid's backstory and the real-life history of the Video Nasties era that makes this film a fascinating piece of horror cinema. The visceral imagery, the dire atmosphere, and the dreary 80s backdrop really lifts Censor above and beyond most other horror features from 2021 so far. Like so many other new female directors that have exploded onto the horror scene as of late, I can't wait to see what Bailey Bond comes up with next. For the record, I'd give Censor 4 out of 5 stars. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed my review. If you did, please feel free to like and subscribe. Take care.